5 minutes to 7. Saturday is International Women's Day, and that's why this morning we're talking about how women can accelerate their superpower when it comes to investing. We're joined by Robyn Conway from Fisher Funds, who's bringing you this segment. Robyn, so good to have you on the program this morning. Now, often these types of conversations focus on the fact that women are at a disadvantage when it comes to investments, but you're here to bring a different perspective on that. Morning.
Morning, thank you. Yes, that's right. So women typically have invested less in the share markets, and in New Zealand in particular we have had a propensity towards putting money in bank savings accounts or investing in property. But what we do know is that women are actually very good at investing when they are doing it. So there was a great study that came out of the US a few years back that followed women over a 10-year time period, and throughout that time women actually ended up with around 0.4% better investment returns than their male counterparts. And whilst that might not sound like a large amount, when you and when you consider that over a 30 to 40 year working career, as well as adding in compounding interest, it's actually quite significant.
Yeah, okay. I'm not surprised that we are kind of good at this, but you know, what does the information tell us? What does research tell us?
Yeah, so a couple of things. One is that women are much more likely to receive financial advice. So obviously there's been some education and planning that's gone into that. Secondly, in times of volatile markets, we're much less likely to react in haste. So we stick to good investment principles and we ride through those cyclical dips, which is also very important. So yeah, the advice that we receive is very beneficial.
Yeah, so women can do this, and if you can, then jump in and do it. But first, we need some information. So if anybody, whether it's women, anyone, is looking at investing or getting ahead, what advice do you have?
Yeah, so a few things. Number one is always to make sure that your foundations are set up appropriately. So do you have a realistic budget in place? Is your KiwiSaver set up appropriately, not just from a fund perspective, but also are you contributing enough? Secondly, would be around education, and there is a lot of it out there these days. So a really good place to start would be Sorted. There's some fantastic podcasts that people can listen to. A really good one is Frances Cook's Making Sense.
Yeah, we have Frances on the program. She's excellent.
Yes, yeah. She's wonderful. And then also speaking to your KiwiSaver provider to get advice. And then lastly, but probably most importantly, would be to start now. So one of the biggest assets that you have in investing is time and market. So the sooner you can start putting money away, the better. You
mentioned Sorted, and I know as a family we have used that too, but more as a budgeting tool.
Yes.
You know, I mean, for you, and when it comes to Sorted, what are the things, you know, that you find so useful about it?
There's many different tools, so you can really plug in what it is that's important to you, and also timeframes around what you're investing needs to look like. So it's much more able to be personalised to your situation.
Yeah, nice. We've just been talking about the volatility that's happening around the world at the moment, particularly when it comes to tariffs, etc. When it comes to your KiwiSaver, like, just don't look at it. I think I'm afraid to look at mine at the moment.
I think, so speaking to a provider would be really beneficial, but we always have peaks and troughs when it comes to investing, and so sticking to that sort of principle of riding through things is obviously one of the best things that you can do.
So good. Robyn Conway from Fisher Funds. So thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you.